Hi, it's Joy, and today we're watching Wednesday, Season 2, Episode 1, Here We Woe Again. So excited for this. I adored Season 1 of Wednesday. I've watched multiple recaps to make sure I'm freshly up to date with everything, and I was pretty proud of myself. Like, there wasn't really any, there was a couple of, like, names I'd forgotten, but otherwise I was like, I know all this. So I'm very excited. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon 2 weeks in advance, the edited version 1 week in advance, and then it's up on YouTube. So let's go. Hey, Wednesday.
The suspect.
The Kansas City Scalper. America's most elusive serial killer.
Blood everywhere.
Oh, Wednesday.
The Scalper.
Is this stuff illegal? No. Wednesday, you can't take any of this stuff on a plane. You can't even have most of this stuff in general.
Are your serial killer services listed online too?
Oh, bad timing. That was bad timing, Wednesday, my love.
Let me show you some of my own handiwork.
It is her handiwork. You go.
Let's play dolls.
So she killed the serial killer? Like, I'm not gonna say that like warned the man, but I also feel like maybe calling the police would be a better idea, Wednesday, sweetie. I'm so happy this show is back. Yeah, her eyes running like that. Something's wrong with her abilities. Okay, good. Good.
When do I get to read your novel?
When the sun explodes and the earth is consumed in a molten apocalypse.
Teenagers.
Soon, Mother.
Just glad to see you taking an interest in your brother.
I'm keeping a mental list of how his ability can serve my needs.
That's the spirit, my little Rosita. There is no we in family, only an I.
Motivation for a big sister. Did that happen because the stop sign was gone? Because the car didn't see the stop sign? Oh, Wednesday. Adam's family. You could have killed people just then.
Evidence is safe at the bullpen.
Evidence of what? Holy shit.
I already know where the bodies are buried. No more uncontrolled chaos.
How you got
I
that
will
stalker
bend this
text?
place to my will.
Be careful, dear. Control is often an illusion. Like I let your father believe he's in charge of this family.
Do you
I
think
feel
I'll
like-
actually make a friend here?
Pugsley, but control is an illusion. And she thinks she has control over her abilities.
Make lots of friends.
She would be pretty famous in this school, more so than
Can
before.
I get your autograph? Sure.
Is that guy intentionally styled her hair like Wednesday's?
Well, you better get used to it.
They really have the best room in the place, so...
We need to set bear traps out here. Tony Ruby! How was your vacay? Because I had the best summer
My
ever,
girl's
and
a
I've been
bat.
dying to tell you.
It's from a serial killer's lair.
Thank you. Doesn't sound like much of a personal evolution.
I don't evolve. I cocoon.
I like
Well, speaking
cocooning.
of your novel,
I'll have to pry it out of my cold, dead hands before I change a single word.
That's not how being an author works, sweetie.
That better not be any.
Is Enid around?
She does not want this anymore.
She left earlier with the pack.
yeah, well, if I do that, then it'll be like an arrow through. Holy crap!
Stalker's back. Well, tech stalking and...
Welcome.
You're not in control, sweetheart. Maybe you can't control these abilities, and by trying to force control it hurts.
We'll be your brothers for life. You'll kill for each other and provide alibis.
not like I have any old ones.
I owe your sister a lot, which is why I agreed to be your roommate. Let's just see how this pans out first, okay?
Even at this school,
Sure.
people are cliquey.
After Xavier was falsely accused of murder, he pulled his son and his endowment from Nevermore.
Xavier's
That's
not coming back.
definitely the reason
He's
he's not coming back.
Academy in Switzerland overnight.
Kind of wished they'd recast Xavier, because I not like that I particularly care about him in Wednesday romantically or anything, but more like I was intrigued about what was going on with like the little mentions we had of like his dad and his seer abilities. Like I would have liked to have had that pan out rather than them just being like, oh no, he changed schools. But I also respect them for this.
We're on different paths. You said so yourself.
I've had experience with ravens.
Are you talking about your sister?
Wednesday is hiding things from me.
Oh yes, she's also a teenage girl,
I will not let history repeat itself.
and that was the way. Oh, what happened with Ophelia? But that's how Wednesday was last season with you as well. I mean, I didn't hide things from my mum, but you know.
It affect all outcasts, and we're just starting to scratch the surface.
You care about outcasts now?
My son is an outcast.
Oh,
I know what he's done, but
you really looked out for him.
She turned him into a monster.
Yeah, like, you really looked out for him last season, didn't you, by covering it up instead of actually getting him help? Like, we still don't entirely know how much was actually him and how much was being controlled, etc. But, like...
Tyler was always a monster.
That's what I
She just
fear.
unlocked that in him.
The birds are always watching.
You have the sizzle factor I've been looking for.
Wow.
She also has a little schoolwork to do, you know.
But I'm not...
If we don't meet our fundraising goals, I may be forced to let some of the scholarship students go.
Yep. He's not a nice man, I'm not surprised.
I know how people want what's best for Nevermore. So why don't you take another look at that schedule?
What's his ulterior motive? It's more than just trying to help outcasts.
You know what you need? A place you can call your own. And I've got the perfect spot.
He has his own bedroom. Oh dear, she lost her mind or something terrible happened to her as a result of the visions and using them wrong. Oh, the stalker. Hey, your stalkers really actually wear a red cloak and everything. You'd be really pleased.
Stop trying to control it. You have to succumb to its...
That's gonna be her lesson all season. Do the same thing with her visions.
I don't succumb to it.
Oh, Mrs. Adams, Bianca Barclay, one of our best and brightest.
It would be
Being
an
blackmailed
honor to
into
work with
this.
Nevermore legend.
But it's connected to you.
Oh, it is.
Who's Wednesday Adams without a mystery to solve, right?
It's going to burn my manuscript at the Founder's Pyre.
That's not your only copy, right?
Wednesday.
Seriously?
Hey, stay on track. I need to check the pyre. You go on
Surely,
the other side.
like, a girlie who's done her hair like Wednesday is too obvious. As someone who's obsessed with her.
It feels like you've been avoiding me.
Well, I've been busy with the pack and you have
She's
your
growing and changing.
Plus I've got the Wednesday factory.
Yep. Oh, he's such a fun, carefree dude. No, he's not.
Can't start a fire without a spark.
Pugsley's gonna do something stupid at this tree. Wednesday's currently doing something inside the fire that's stupid.
Principal Door, Wednesday Adams is trapped under the pyre.
She's all good. Oh my god.
I'm ripping the band-aid off the scab of civility and will not cease until our enemies have been vanquished.
Pointed message from her, but they're like, woo, yeah.
I mean, any imbecile stupid enough to cheer on some shallow, rabble-rousing diatribe like that. The only side I'm on is my own. And the only place I'll lead you is off a cliff.
I mean, that's not strictly true, Wednesday, but this is a way to make sure
Put me on a pedestal.
they don't view her as the hero. What on earth is this boy gonna discover under this frickin' tree? Like, you're not meant to dig up the body, you're meant to just listen for the tick, tick, tick. Fucking hell. Oh dear. Oh great.
Wednesday, will you wait up?
Okay, is this to do with what Pugsley just did? I got the crow with the rose, like in... No, that's not happening. No, 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 we are fixing this. This is not happening. Don't you worry. For a second.
I die because of you!
Okay, well, you know, I'm invested. If I wasn't already, I was already invested, but I'm even more invested than I was previously in my investors here. I probably should have said at the beginning, I didn't watch any, I purposefully avoided trailers for this show, so I'd be going into season 2 completely blind. And yeah, I thought Pugsley was going to do something and potentially wake the guy up, but it being a full-blown like zombie person, I don't know why I didn't expect that. And then of course, you know, Pugsley would be like, that's so cool. So who knows what the frick's happening there. Then we've got the principal, who is obviously trying to be like, I'm a really fun guy, go outcast, woo, but we know he's actually not a great guy because of how he treated my brain fog. Oh my goodness, the Siren Girl, whose name I do know. I'm so sorry. I've got CFS, ME, and sometimes I just brain fog, and memory and names is one of the things that I really found the hardest. How he treated her was awful and completely at polar odds with the persona he was trying to present. Now, the minute he showed up and he was all lovely and friendly, you're like, okay, don't buy that for a second. It hopefully will actually be good to have Morticia sticking around. Like Wednesday and her typical, like, I'm a teenage girl. I mean, as much as Wednesday doesn't want to be described, would hate to be described as a typical, stereotypical teenage girl, her kind of like, ugh, mom, she is. But it will be useful to have her around both in helping Wednesday with her visions. I can't wait to learn more about this sister, but also if the principal turns out to be outright nefarious and not just a really shit dude, it'll be useful to have another adult around that we can rely on. Miss What's-Her-Face, Billie Piper, I'm undecided on. Like, I don't really know what to make of her currently. I think they handled Xavier's exit well. Like, it's a believable reason why he would no longer be in the show. And his kind of parting thing to Wednesday, giving her like a little bit of thread to do with this mystery. There was a gravestone, the raven, the rose, and that's exactly what she saw. Well, she didn't see the raven with the one eye, but the raven that she saw was when she had her vision at the end. I'm sensing a theme for Wednesday in this season is Wednesday is going around saying, I'm controlling my visions, it's great. I'm going to control the school, I'm going to control my life. And people keep saying to her, control is an illusion, control isn't everything. Sometimes you just have to let the chaos, you have to embrace the chaos and let life happen. And I feel like that's going to be the journey Wednesday is going on in this season. Allow the chaos to happen. You can't control everything. Not everything is going to be the exact way you want it to be. And maybe this worsening of the side effects of her visions is going to be as a result of that, of her forcing them and trying to control them. I love her summer activities, very Wednesday. So in terms of the mysteries, we've got who her stalker is. Now, if you said to me right now, who is it? I would say it's the little girl that's obsessed with her, who's done her hair the same way, but that is purely because I don't know who else it could be. Like, I just picked someone who's obsessed with Wednesday, it's her. Realistically, though, it could literally be anybody from a character we haven't seen on screen yet, someone from season 1 we haven't seen in a while, all the way up to Pugsley. Just, I don't know why it would be Pugsley. I don't actually think it's Pugsley, but you know, it could literally be anybody at this point. The person I would rule out is Enid. Unless she's also being mind controlled, but like similarly, like I know like with Tyler last season, there is still the question of how far he was mind controlled and how far it was him. Like, if the Hyde had never been awakened, would he still have been an awful person, or would he have actually been the sort of relatively sweet person he seemed to be pre finding out the truth? And we don't fully know that yet. But yeah, I'm so invested to say who the stalker is. Then you've obviously got this one red-eyed raven and the private investigator, Tyler's dad, and I'm glad we kind of saw the dad like being miserable and alone, because he would be at this point, and maybe if he'd handled things differently at some point in his life, things would be better. I don't know. who the stalker is, what's happening with the ravens, and now Enid is going to die. And in the vision, she says to Wednesday, "It's your fault I'm dead because of you." That could have 1,001 meanings. That could mean Wednesday failed to save her. That could mean Wednesday triggered something that caused her death. That could mean Wednesday outright killed her. Do I think it's that? No. It could be a scenario in which something happens to Enid and Enid thinks Wednesday's responsible, but she isn't. Like, there are so many, and that's only a few of the variants of how, like, a scenario could come about, it won't, in which Enid dies and she blames Wednesday. But I feel like that, like, seizure it seemed like she was having at the end, her visions are not going to be like, at the beginning of the episode she was constantly summoning up visions. Like, she would just hold Enid's shoulder and be like, right, let's figure out what's going to happen and get a vision and try and fit. I feel like that's not going to work. That's not going to happen. The like blood, well, I don't think she had blood yet, but that was in the sisters' drawings. The black coming from her eyes and everything is kind of a sign that her visions are not responding to her. And so maybe right now, when she desperately needs those visions in order to figure out what's going to happen to Enid and save her, they're not going to respond. It's kind of what I'm assuming is going to happen, and Wednesday's going to have to learn to just embrace the chaos of it all somehow. But yeah, a fantastic first episode. I know it was like an hour long, so it wasn't short, but it felt like I watched 2 or 3 episodes in the span of that 1 hour. So a reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon 2 weeks in advance, the edited version 1 week in advance. Thank you so much for watching.